Hey, Shalom. Shalom, Israel. This is Brother Yawana coming back out with y'all with Lord will, another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. As always, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. And Shalom to the brothers out there that are pushing this truth and our righteousness and sincerity. And peace, blessings, and salutations into the elect, scattered abroad, being grafted in under the obedience of this truth through the spirit of faith. Okay, this lesson is ultimately inspired by this article that the brother Rawai Elijah Sharala have posted, which I would highly recommend you brothers, man, and you few sisters to subscribe to this brother. Always posting different things that are taking place. All right, and very good articles, man. To keep you updated, because the scripture tells us to be is occupied in prophecies, man, pursuant to Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter in the first verse. Okay, pretty much when you go inside, the word occupied means to keep busy. So we're supposed to be kept busy, all right, in the prophecies, man, and always watching for what's going on around us. It says, man, to watch and pray. Okay, so this is it looks like from Twitter. I'm pretty sure it says, as of February 2022, the punishment for not being jabbed in Austria will be 4 weeks in prison or a large fine. It says the Austrian government is one of the first countries in the world to announce that jabs will be mandatory as of February 2022. This is tyranny on another level I never thought I would witness in my lifetime. And that's funny because, hey man, the prophets, the true prophets of Yahweh Shemal Shai in these last days have ultimately been saying these things were going to happen, man. Okay? Because to prophesy is to say before. And we understand, pursuant to Revelations 19 and 10, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so that's the same spirit that the prophets are going to come in, man. All right, it's written in Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that were before me and the prophets that were of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence, man. Okay, so that's the same thing. That's the same spirit that the prophets are always going to come back in, man. And as you see in these last days, there's a lot of things that are about to befall the planet Earth, man. Okay, a lot of evils. All right, dark times are ahead, and we understand those times are very close. You see, and that's why seeing articles like this, boost our faith, because we understand that, to get through to get to the kingdom, we have to go through much tribulation, as it's written in Acts the 14th chapter and the 22nd verse. So it's actually beautiful when we see these things, because again, it lets us know how close we are. All right, and with these mandates, man, they're not gonna go back to normal. All right, life as we know it is not gonna go back to normal. These mandates are gonna continue to grow. All right, people are gonna ultimately be faced with the decision of taking that jab. You see, which ultimately is gradualism, to what we know as the CHIP, also known as the MARK of the beast, pursuant to Revelation 13 and 16. That's what this is building up to. Okay, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. That's right, man. Scripture say, as we just read, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Okay, so we really shouldn't be fearing any of these things when we read it. Because we have to understand that, we're doing everything to the best of our ability to serve the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And because we're doing that, because we're justifying our faith by our works, okay, Lord willing, we're being accepted with favor, as it's written in Ecclesiasticus, the 35th chapter. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayers shall reach into the clouds. Okay, so that's what we're doing, man. We're serving the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai to the best of our abilities, man. Okay, and making our body a living sacrifice daily. So because we're doing that, the Lord is going to ultimately keep us in that time. All right, he's going to protect us, man, by giving his angels charge over us, lest we should dash our foot against a stone. And it's all Lord willing, man. Okay, Lord willing, we be of the elect, because those are the only ones who he's going to be protecting this time. Because only the elect is doing the things that are pleasing unto the Lord in these last days, man. All right, and paying attention is really the only thing that the elect. You have different, bug out. I don't even know what you would call them. Different doomsday preppers that, pay attention to certain things. Okay, but they're not serving the Lord. Okay, they're stacking up all this food. They're getting all these guns and all this ammo to get ready for what's to come. But the scriptures tell us, man, that our weapons of warfare are not carnal. Okay, but mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. Roughly paraphrasing. You see that? So, man, we're not gonna trust in our bow nor our sword to save us, because the modern day sword is a gun. You see? And we're not gonna trust in the modern day sword to save us, because the greatest weapon that we have is ultimately our faith in the Lord. You see, and nobody can take that weapon away because it's installed within us. Okay, you see that's why it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried." When you go into that word "tried" in the Greek, all right, pretty much the definition goes into. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. All right, we're gonna go to the Blue Letter Bible, and we're gonna go get that word in the Greek because our elder apostles, man, always teach us to get an understanding of words, man. And as we know, the New Testament was written in Greek, so it's always good to have an understanding of words because it paints a bigger picture of what's being said. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, again in the Blue Letter Bible, and verse 10, and we're gonna get that word "tried." Okay, because it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried." Okay, and it's the Greek word "parazo." Okay, when you go into it, and let me go down a little bit. The letter I, definition, it says, "Of the Most High to inflict evils upon one in order to prove his character and the steadfastness of his faith." Again, faith is the most powerful weapon that you can have, and the only ones that are going to have faith is the elect, because as it's written in the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, in the 8th verse, all right, that faith is a gift from the Most High, lest any man should boast of his works. So we've ultimately been given this gift. Okay, that's why we can't, and that's why Yahushua said, man, "I come quickly and hold that fast which thou hast," roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, hold fast this truth, man. Hold fast your faith, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you have of the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay, from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, because all these things are going to be, we're going to be put in all these different situations, but it's not going to be for our destruction. It's going to be to test us, man. As it's written in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, man, the Most High is going to prove his elect for himself. Okay, and the elect are going to pass the different obstacles and the different barriers that are going to be presented in front of them, because they're going to maintain the faith and apply the scriptures as it's written in Isaiah, the 33rd chapter, in the 6th verse. All right, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Okay, so the wisdom and knowledge that you have and the understanding of the scriptures is what's ultimately going to be what's going to keep you up in the times to come. You see, because when these things start to happen and they start rounding people up, as that dude in Germany had said, all right, how they're gonna, because they already, I believe in Germany, they sent 30 people. They said they transferred them into those camps, all right, because they didn't take the jab or something like that, man. Lord willing, I can find that real quick. Okay, but the point being, a lot of these individuals in these last days are going to be put in these situations, all right, where faith is going to be required. But again, faith is a gift. And if you don't have faith when these things start to happen, then you're ultimately going to fold and you're going to make wrong decisions. Okay? So let me play this real quick for y'all, man, so you can see it.
Shalom, giving all praise. Just real quick, brother had put this in our group chat. It says, "This is an absolutely appalling breach of human."
Here we go, Salakia. This is a very beautiful brother in the spirit, man.
It says here,
I would highly recommend to subscribe to this brother and be constantly edified, man. But let's get into it.
About the lockdowns and the draconian measures. So I'm gonna play that. As you know, last night we took an urgent action to escalate our response in these communities, immediately implementing a hard lockdown. That means residents of Midjari and Rockall no longer have the 5 reasons to leave their home. They can only leave for medical treatment in an emergency or if required by law. It's highly likely that more residents will be transferred to Howard Springs today, either as positive cases or close contacts. We've already identified 38 close contacts in Midjari, and that number will go up. Those 38 are being transferred now. I contacted the Prime Minister last night. We are grateful for the support of about 20 ADF personnel as well as army trucks to assist with the transfer of positive cases and close contacts and to support the communities. As you know, last night we took urgent action. And they're saying that they're being transferred as if it's by their choice. But as you can clearly see, it's not their choice, because they're using what? They're using military trucks and Humvees. Right. All right, and they're being transferred to what they call something Springs, which they try to make it sound like it's a resort, or they're trying to sound like it's a place for relaxation, but really it's an isolation camp. Okay, and as the title read, this was indigenous, so-called indigenous Australians, all right, which once again are Japhetic people. Okay, melanated, Japhetic people, that they are forcefully rounding up and moving to a so-called quarantine camp. All right, so hey man, as we see and everything unfold throughout, the end of this year, going into the next year, so-called 2022, we see that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is fulfilling everything that He said that He was going to do.
That's right, man. You see, everything the Lord said that He was going to do via the prophecies, we're actually seeing right before our very eyes, man. You see, that's why, it's very important, and we say it a lot, man, is to watch, okay? You see, because when you watch and you're paying attention, say, just, for more better visual, man, if you're paying attention in class, man, there's a test at the end of the week, and you're making sure that, you're paying attention to everything that's being said and taking notes, all right? You know what I'm saying? You're staying updated, and when the teacher is teaching, she might teach one thing, make a mistake, and then end up fixing it. So now you're updated on the right answer. Whereas somebody who's not paying attention as closely as you are, is now falling behind because they didn't get what she corrected herself on. The point being, when you come to the end of that week, all right, you're ultimately gonna ace the test because you paid attention, because you watched, and listened to what your teacher had to say. All right, you're paying attention to everything she was doing. You see, and that's ultimately how we have to be, man, paying attention to what's going on in the world, because each day that passes, man, something is happening. You see, and with these mandates, man, things are getting a lot worse. These different draconian laws that are being put into play are ultimately going to make it a lot harder for you to resist. You see, and a lot of people have a problem with, us not taking it, but you had Dr. Fauci himself even come out and say that the jabs are not as beneficial as he had advertised, and that those who have taken the jab are in great danger today. That was a quote from himself, and you can go and do your own research if you don't believe me. But then, nevertheless, he did say that, and I have another article to read after I get into this. Now, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 2. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right, verse 3. For the vision, the prophecy, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right, the visions, man, the prophecies are for an appointed time. And we just so happen to be in the last days, man, where all these end time prophecies are coming to pass. You see that different famines, in the build up, the famines are going to get a lot worse, man. As it's written, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That prophecy is going to come to pass here soon, man. As we see all these different stores putting different chairs and bottles to cover up the empty shelves, all right, because this whole supply chain crisis, earthquakes in diverse places, flash floods, all right, mudslides, volcanic eruptions, the chariots, showing themselves more than they ever have before. All these different signs, man. That's why it says when you see these things begin to come to pass, lift up your head, because your redemption draweth nigh, and Lord willing, we're of the elect. And that prophecy of our deliverance is not going to tarry either, man. You see? That prophecy will surely come, just like all the prophecies that we're seeing to come in these last days, man, pursuant to Jacob's trouble, pursuant to Revelation 13 and 16, when the microchip is made mandatory in society. You see, these things are coming, and that's why it's written in the book of Romans, chapter 3. I will get that real quick. All right, then we're going to move on. Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. That's right, man. So if you don't believe, does that mean everything is going to stop because you don't believe? No, man. Everything is still going to happen the way that it happened. Just go back to the days of Noah. All those people in the world that Noah was telling to get right because of that flood that was coming. He was foretelling of that flood. Right? And all those people that didn't believe, that didn't stop the flood from coming. The flood still came, and as it's written, man, they knew not until the flood came, and they were all destroyed. You see, so in that day, they realized that Noah was telling the truth, but guess what? It was too late, because the window of mercy, the gates of mercy are now closed. All right, which that mercy that the Lord showed towards Noah was that ark. All right, which saved Noah and his family, man, the 8 righteous souls that were delivered from that great destruction that took place in that time. Okay, so if you don't believe, man, everything is still going to happen the way that it's written, regardless of how you feel about it. Okay, because it's not this truth is not about feelings. It's not about what you think. This is about the truth, man. All right, and that's why he said, man, though it shall, the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it shall speak, meaning it's going to happen. It's going to come to pass. Okay, you're going to see it, and everybody's going to see this. These end time signs, man. These end time events, I should say. All right, now, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and let's start. 70. 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. Let me highlight it. It reads, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none." Who's gonna be? Hey, who is gonna be those coming in like a flood, man? That's Esau Edom with his military, as you heard that man from Germany, or as we just, I believe that was Germany. Yeah, Khan, how he was ultimately saying, how they came in with the military, man, and had people transferred, which as the brother, I believe his name's Elder Atazawam, he was saying, Esau didn't come in with the military, and everything was, peaches and cream. You're able to make a decision. No, man, we're coming into a time where these devils are gonna come in like a flood, as it's written in the book of Isaiah, the 59th chapter. These devils are going to come in like a flood, and we're praying that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will lift up a standard against him for us, man. That he will work a miracle and protect us, man, and keep us from the hand of our enemies and all that hate us. Okay, because they're gonna be like madmen. They shall be like madmen, sparing. No, they're not gonna spare nobody, man. Your kids, your grandma, the infant babies, nobody, the women. Scriptures tell you how women shall be ravished, and it's that's why the scriptures tell you, if a man walk not diligently in the fear of the Lord, him and his house shall be overthrown. Which that goes to him being overthrown, and also his family and himself being overthrown, man. So if you want your family to be protected in these times and to be kept safe, then you should walk in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right, keeping the worst at the best of your ability. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And those days are coming, man. We're literally going to be taken out of your house and forced into a prison or a female camp, re-education center, isolation, camp, whatever you want to call it, man. You see, because over there in Australia, a while ago, man, they were talking about how they were building up these camps, quickly, man. You see, and why are they doing everything quick? Why is everything always in a haste? Like you had the whole, Operation Warp Speed, man, which was, them. So like, I'm a little too excited. Them ultimately manufacturing and producing these jabs at a very quick rate, man. You see, because as it's written in Revelation 12 and 12, the devil shall come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. These devils don't have no more time to waste. Okay, so now they're moving forward with their plans, man. And we're actually cheering them on. Because we ultimately know what they're gonna do. We're just hoping any day they just go and do it. It's like, man, what are you waiting for? But we understand that there's a time and a season and a purpose to everything. That's why we always have to watch. Okay, but the point being, they're gonna cast you out of your house, man. And if you don't want to take that jab, your life is gonna be made very lonely and miserable, as I believe that was in Austria or Australia. I can't remember which place it was, but there's an article I was reading how they said they're gonna ultimately make your life lonely and miserable if for you refusing this jab. Okay, you see, they shall waste and take away their goods, and they shall cast them out of their houses. Now I do have one quick little other headline article that I wanted to read from this brother's page that he posted today. I believe it was today. Okay, which goes right into this lesson, and it says, I'll read it. Actually, I'll read the headline first. It says, in Germany, the head of Chemnitz Clinic, Dr. Thomas Ginges, committed suicide, saying he no longer could be part of the genocide happening via the Crown Vicky. Okay, and we understand, we got to use code names at this point. All right, I'm going to read what the brother had posted. It says, apparently, the deceased 55-year-old German doctor killed himself to set an example against the Crown Vickies. Although early on he publicly advocated the jab as effective, that all changed as time wore on. You see, although early on he publicly advocated the jab as effective, that all changed as time wore on. In his suicide note, social media, he stated the shots were bio warfare agents. He is also said to have described the jab in his letter as genocide and a crime against humanity. It is also alleged that Mayor Sven Schulz, 50 SPD, had threatened the clinic boss Ginges with a dismissal if he should not give jabs to patients in the hospital. You see that? So, hey man, these dogs, that's just more information coming out. Okay, more reasons on why the scriptures reign supreme every day, as it's written, man. Never trust thine enemy. You see, never, not at all, not at any time. You go and read that in Jeremiah the 17th chapter as well, man. Cursed be he that trusteth in man, that maketh flesh his arm. You're cursed for trusting in, especially when it comes to this devil. Okay, because these jabs were never intended, for the health of you people. It was never, for your profit and your benefit. It was to kill and steal and destroy you, or really, it was really meant to destroy you. Okay, and this is another mechanism that these elites are using to ultimately depopulate the earth. Okay, but nevertheless, a lot of what this jab is doing and what it's doing to the people is conditioning them to ultimately submit and comply with whatever is thrown in their face. So that's why these draconian laws, these harsh laws that are made, these unrighteous decrees that are being set up, pretty much supporting this jab is not for you to be helped, man. It's ultimately to come down on you, man. You know, you see, that's why when we see articles like this, it just goes to show you, man, that what we believe in is 144% true. Okay, this jab is used as a mechanism to destroy you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, even you confusion of face, man, that are scattered in the four winds of the earth. Okay, that's what this jab is for. And it's being proven time and time again that we can't trust in these devils. But you're still gonna have 2/3 of the house of Israel that are still gonna run to Esau, Edom, with open arms. Like the Santa Claus with the little kids that sit on his lap. I mean, come on, man. you know, it should be old at this point. And I didn't really have too many precepts, but I did want to grab one more. All right, because I did quote it a lot. Book of Luke chapter 21 and 36. Matter of fact, we're gonna start at 34. Luke chapter 21 and 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. You gotta always be paying attention, man. For as a snare shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always. You see, you have to always watch and you have to always pray. All right, pray for protection, man. Pray for deliverance. Pray for strength. Pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Pray that the Lord gives you stronger faith, gives you increase in your faith. There's so many different things that we could be praying for. But hey, man, we should most definitely, be praying, especially in these times, man, with everything going on and especially what's to come. Praying for deliverance from the hand of our enemies. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay? And we ultimately, matter of fact, I do got one more. Because those of us who are sincere, those of us who truly believe in the things that are coming, all right, the said perils, we're doing everything we can, to please the Lord in hopes that he'll have mercy on us, man. Okay? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. We're seeing all the signs. Okay? And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, you see, you gotta have works, man. And by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. You see that? And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape what, man? By his works. You see, you got to have works, and that's something that the elect is going to be doing constantly, man, diligently. And sometimes it gets hard. And I do want to say Salakia, to you brothers and you few sisters that have been watching my videos, man. Esau's been striking down a lot of my channels, and I've been having to repost different lessons, and the repost hasn't been working, which really is no excuse. So I want to say Salakia. I'm currently out here in another part of the city, which is a little more secluded, a little less packed. I'm not gonna be at work for this next week, so Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, I'll be able to, post a lot more this week, man. But I just wanted to say that. But nevertheless, I'm gonna read that one more time. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, and we ultimately believe, man. Okay, shall be preserved from the said perils, as it's written, man. No, in the last days, perilous times shall come. You see, those are the times we're coming into. All right, mass famines, great death, mournings. Okay, Esau coming in with his military and his weapons to ultimately take us and cast us into these prisons and these camps. All right, to ultimately get us to comply. But we're not going to bow. We're not going to bow the knee, man. Just like our forefathers Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, which is a beautiful story, man, in Daniel the 3rd chapter. All right. They didn't bow to the image that that the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar has set up, man. Okay, but they ultimately stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and guess what? They were protected in that fire to the point that not even a hair of their head was touched. Neither did it even smell like they were in the furnace. And when you go and read that account, it even talks about how the king had set, because he was angry, man, that they wouldn't bow down to him. So he turned up the furnace 7 times more than it usually was, to the intent that they would just burn up. But hey, the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, was in the midst of that fire with him, man. Just like he's going to be in the midst of the fire with us in these days to come. Let me grab that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, and verse 42, and it reads, "When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee." You see that? How come we're going to go through that fire and we're not going to be burned? Which that fire is talking about the tribulation, man. All right? Because the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is going to be with us in the midst of it. Let me grab that real quick. Isaiah 41:10, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee." You see that? Yahweh Shai, just as he was with our forefathers in the midst of that fire concerning Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, but he's going to be with his elect in the fire to come, and the ultimate test. Okay? You see, he's going to be with us right there. "For I am with thee, be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee," as it's written in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter. "Believe in him, and he will help thee," man. You see that? So you got to believe, man. You have to have faith. As Yahweh Shai said, faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. All right? I will help thee. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Verse 13, "For I, the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not. I will help thee," man. So the Lord's going to be with us. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to be with us in the midst of all of it, man. So we just have to remember that. And again, wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of thy times, man. These scriptures are what is going to give us comfort, man. And it's what is going to it's what is going to keep our mind stable. Okay? As it says, the Most High hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. And we're going to have a sound mind, and we're going to be calm. And again, we're going to be in the flesh, so it's going to be a little fearful to see a lot of what we're going to see. All right, but in our spirits and in our minds, we're going to have faith. You see, and that's going to overcome that fear in the flesh. You see, because we're going to remember these scriptures, man, and we're going to also remember that Yahweh Bashim Shai ultimately has seen all the works that we've been doing. You see, and that's going to give us confidence as well to know I did everything I could, in advance of these times, and I know that the Lord he'll get my back, man. And you just got in those days, faith, walking by faith and not sight, man, it's going to be heavily applied, man, just as it is now, but more so in the times to come when everything is stripped away from you and all you're left with is your faith. Okay? So nevertheless, all right, the point being, man, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And we're seeing a lot of these prophecies, man. We're seeing a lot of articles and different things in the news coming out, which is building up to the time of Jacob's trouble, which is deemed in the scriptures as a time of trouble that has never before been seen on the planet Earth. Okay, so hey, bad times, dark times are ahead, but we have light, man. We have light in the midst of the darkness, and that's His truth. As it's written in 1 Peter 2:9, that we should show forth praises unto Him that hath called us out of darkness into His marvelous light. You see, we have this truth, man. Okay, and because we have this truth, we have everything that we need to be able to withstand against the times to come. All right. You see, so with that, man, I pray this lesson was edifying to you, brothers, man. Just keep on being diligent, man. Keep fighting the good fight. All right, keep on praying to the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, in faith. All right, and just keep on doing the best of your ability to please the Lord, no matter what situation or what, no matter what's around you. Okay, because everything that you're doing for the Lord is being seen, and in the times to come, the Lord's not gonna forget you, man. All right, because you're not forgetting the Lord and putting Him off from day to day. The Lord's not gonna forget you. All right, So, hey, man, just keep on working out your salvation with fear and trembling. So, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth in all righteousness and sincerity. And peace, blessings, and salutations unto the elect scattered abroad, being grafted in under the obedience of this truth through the spirit of faith. Till next time, Lord's will, I say Shalom. Stay strong.